Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I am creating a card with Stampin Blends alcohol markers and the Color Me Happy stamp set. Here are the colors I will be using in this project. Color Me Happy stamp set is a beautiful stamp set that has been released at the same time as the Stampin Blends markers. I'm stamping my image in tuxedo black from Memento today. I am not using the Stampin Up pad of black archival ink. To color the flower image, I start off with a light colored marker and I completely saturate the image in that area. The blending action actually happens when the paper is saturated with the ink and then another color comes in right on top of it. The paper and the ink can move things around in wonderful ways. One way that we can create shadows and light with the Stampin Blends marker is to use a couple of different color shades. So I'm using a Calypso Coral marker combined with a Cherry Cobbler marker. This is going to get me a different color tone. It will be kind of like a rusty color, and that will be something that will be very striking on my handmade card against the browns and the whites that I have planned to use. Blending happens in many different ways, and every crafter has their own favorite techniques for each different tool that we use. To help those that are interested in using the Stampin Blends markers but do not have a level of experience that they're comfortable with, I have developed an online course that you may be interested in. With the purchase of a full set of Stampin Blends markers that are available on November the 1st, 2017, I'm gifting a complete course that is going to help everybody learn to use the markers and all the different projects that we can use them for. So if you're interested, visit my online store at jennystampsup.com, purchase a full set of markers, and if you have any questions, contact me at jennystampsup@gmail.com. The bird image is going to resemble a robin. One of my very favorite birds is the robin. As a child, I would call him Robin Redbreast, so it holds a special place for me. To get the image to look like a robin, I'm using many different colors and many different blends. Oftentimes you can see me using different strokes to put the marker down to the paper. And there definitely is many different techniques that are available to use whenever you are blending or whenever you are trying to get the different look of maybe fur or a feather. Skin tones are another tricky one that people often ask about. All of these things are covered in my online course if you have any interest. The colors that I'm using today all kind of look together, and I did saturate the paper, as you can see by turning the image over, which is made on thick Whisper white cardstock. You can see that you are getting a nice saturation. I'm attaching a white panel to a layer of Crumb Cake cardstock, which I'm now going to mount onto a thick Whisper white cardstock card base. To hold all of my images, I have a strip of Designer Series paper from Coffee Break. The 2-inch hole punch is going to be a little spotlight area that I'm going to use to feature my 2 images. Instead of leaving it plain, I thought it might be interesting to color it to resemble a rising sun. I started off by using the darker shade of yellow and then adding the lighter shade of yellow to blend it into the paper. Bringing the white marker, which is actually called a color lifter, is going to blend out all these tones together by adding in more of the alcohol marker fluid, and the tip is going to help move the colors around. I wanted to make it appear as if it were darker or more intensely colored on one portion of the circle than the other. This piece of paper is a little bit more damp than it should be for me to add into the project. However, because I'm filming, I wanted to get everything done as cohesively as I could. So if you choose to use this particular technique to make a completely colored object, please allow a few minutes for your paper that is colored to completely dry. Adding everything on with Stampin' Dimensionals, I have stacked up just one layer high on dimensionals the bird and the flower with the rising sun. There's a beautiful sentiment with Color Me Happy stamp set, which I have stamped onto a piece of Whisper White cardstock and created a little fishtail banner for the end. Iridescent sequins are a very nice complement to the rustic colors and natural look to this project. Thank you for joining me for this tutorial. All of the supplies I have used today are available now in my online store. You can purchase your supplies by visiting my blog at jennystampsup.com and click Shop Online that goes directly into my online store. Thank you again for choosing me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.